My father was very conservative. She did not change her title during marriage. All men are equal. Nature has no differences. Nature is never partial. Yes, we are priests, but we mean to build certain changes in the society. Economic status, political status, religion, caste, creed, sex. Tomar Chaitanya hok. Tagore has written a beautiful story in one of his writings. If you realize that universal truth, you can never discriminate a person. There were very few people who really accepted us as priests because we were ladies. A lady can never be impure for 3 to 4 days in a month. The lyrics of Tagore are equal to mantra. I offer my deepest gratitude to all of you for having given me the opportunity to speak in front of you. Thank you, everybody. Yes, I am Nandini. I'm a priest. Well, my passion is research in Indology. I'm also an actor. I'm a teacher. And all these things that I have achieved and I continuously work upon, I offer my deepest gratitude to many, many people who have helped me through this long journey. I'm indebted to all my teachers in my school. Special mention to the mothers in Loreto Convent, Asansol. Special mention to Mrs. Wilson DeRose in Modern High School for Girls, Kolkata. Then my college teachers. Special mention to Professor Gauri Dharmapal of Lady Brabourne College, Kolkata. And my university teachers. Special mention to Professor Manubendu Banerjee. I am greatly indebted to my parents and my grandmother. Let me talk about my parents. Then you'll have an idea of what parenting is. I have learned parenting from them. Yes, that is a learning process. My father was very conservative when I was a small kid. I have seen him change with the change of time. Now he has taken sannyas, he wears saffron clothes, but he is extremely open-minded and contemporary. He is full of wisdom, of spiritualism. He is the pillar of my strength, and I and my co-members of our priesthood organization Subhamastu, my father is the main pillar there also. We have learned a lot from him, practical and spiritual. We have learned a lot from him. Then I'll talk about my mother. She is an epitome of purity. She is very talented. Talented in all sorts of art and culture. So that has influenced me a great deal in my growing up. And last but not the least, my grandmother. A person of early 19th century. She was way ahead of her time, way ahead. She did not change her title during marriage. She was not supposed to carry on with her previous title. She left it, of course, she had to. But she didn't take up the title, the surname of her in-laws. So she was the main person who groomed me throughout my childhood, my youth. She was a very learned personality, and I have seen her work for hours in the library and guide me in whatever books, novels, classics I should read in a particular age. So I am very grateful to her. I have seen her go through different drama scripts in the library and pick and choose the right one, hand it over to my mother, and she asked my mother to direct plays with us when we were children, me and my friends. In such a beautiful surrounding and environment, I grew up, and this is parenting. I have learned parenting from my parents and my grandmother. So, I grew up in an environment where the main focus was truth, bravery, honesty, determination, discipline, and hard work. All this makes you successful in whatever you do. Well, this was the story of my growing up, from my childhood to my young days. Now, about Subhamastu. Subhamastu is our organization, and we perform priesthood ceremonies, especially social ceremonies, because we have one thing, very seriously one thing in mind, that all men are equal, humans are equal. In spite of any difference, we have to coexist in a harmonious manner. That is the essential thing that Subhamastu professes. I think we should learn this from nature. Did you ever see that sun, moon, and the rain, the wind, they are partial to some people and partial to the other people? They bless some people with their light and water and debar other people from these things? No. Nature has no differences. Nature is never partial to anyone, and nature works only for others, not for itself, right? And we have to learn all this from nature itself. We have to work for others. That is the main thing, the main focus of Subhamastu. Yes, we are priests, but we mean to build certain changes in the society. Our society is suffering from discrimination. That is hurting us the most. Discrimination against, in the terms of rather, social status, economic status, political status, religion, caste, creed, sex. Why? Why can't we be impartial to all human beings? Let us follow the nature. In order to do so, it is very necessary to build a consciousness within ourselves. This consciousness speaks of eternal truth, Chaitanya. Thakur Ramakrishna had said, "Tumar Chaitanya hok." This Chaitanya, Chetana, consciousness, we have to build within ourselves. We are not aware, we are not conscious of this consciousness in our practical life, in our mundane world, in our day-to-day activities. We are not conscious of it. খেলা ঘর বাঁধতে লেগেছি আমার মনেরও ভিতরে. We are playing with our practical duties, our practical problems, day-to-day life, our duties and our work. These are keeping us busy and drifting us away from the consciousness, from the eternal truth, which speaks of Satyam, Shivam and Sundaram. দুয়ারে পথিক হেঁকে যায় অবসর পাইনে আমি হায়. We don't have time. We don't have time to think of the universal supreme power. We don't have the time to think, to be conscious of the eternal truth. But if we do have the time, if we give a little attention to the eternal truth, we shall realize that it is foolish to discriminate. This supreme consciousness is within all of us. Tagore has written a beautiful story in one of his writings that there was a Latin scholar and he had a maid who fell ill very seriously, and in her delirium, although she was illiterate, she did not know a word of Latin. In her delirium, she constantly spoke in Latin. How was this possible? That means, in her subconscious mind, she already had the Latin words and the words of wisdom inside her. This is consciousness. We have the consciousness in us. We are not aware of it. We have to be aware of it. If we are aware of it, then we will realize that universal truth. And if you realize that universal truth, you can never discriminate a person from another one. We have to love everybody. We have to respect everybody. And this is the main thing that Subhamastu professes. Universal love, dignity and respect for all human beings. This is very important. Well, Subhamastu began his journey in way back 2009. It was the year of my elder daughter's marriage. Yes. And Professor Gauri Dharmapal, she taught us the way, the technique, that which is the base, which is the basis of what Subhamastu does now. We have developed from that way ahead. We have gone way ahead. And now our work is almost a social reform. A film has also been made with it. That means way back in 2009, when we started to perform as priests, well, you can well imagine there were very few people who really accepted us as priests because we were ladies. And in our society, a lady hardly can become a priest. Yes, she can worship at home, but not outside. But yes, as I said so, we always focus on the fact that all human beings are equal. And we are very serious upon another fact, that a lady can never be impure for 3 to 4 days in a month. The connotation and denotation of purity, of the word purity, is the work you do, the ethics behind the work you do. That will define whether you are pure or whether you are impure. Women cannot be impure for only 3 to 4 days a month. They are pure. They can become priests. Yes, they have to work hard and study a lot. That applies to men too. The men who will be priests in future also, in the present, I would appeal to them that we have paved the path for a path-breaking type of priesthood where people can understand what they are doing and why they are doing in social ceremonies. I would appeal to everybody, please study hard, work with this, and come up with new ideas. We are constantly doing our research works. We are constantly in developing our scripts, developing new ideas, just to reach, just to connect to everybody the beauty of our rich tradition. But our focus is contemporary thinking. We have to be open-minded, not conservative. Our tradition is very rich. We respect our tradition a lot. But we cannot stop there. We have to go on. Time goes on, and people have to change. Ideas have to change. Innovative thinking is a very important thing in life. Everybody has to do it. So, Subhamastu began its journey from 2009, of course, but the first 6 to 7 years, we did not get so much response from the public. Last 3 to 4 years, we have got so much response. People are accepting us not only in urban areas, but also in outskirts of the city, in other cities. Thank God, due to our tremendous hard work and determination, we have ultimately succeeded in convincing people that we are just carrying on the old tradition with a new dress and a new form to the young people, to the young generation. And we have very deeply noticed that many people of the old generation, even grandmothers, great-grandmothers who are a bit open-minded, yes, they have also applauded, they have also thanked us for the hard work that we are doing now. Subhamastu has faced immense hurdles in this long journey of more than 10 years. Because we have innovative ideas, that was a problem. We had, from the beginning, we had incorporated many songs, basically Tagore songs, into our performance. Because we believe that the lyrics of Tagore are equal to mantra. They are like hymns. They speak the same thing. So, and tune is such a holy thing, tune is such a heavenly thing that connects to people. In the beginning, we had noticed people saying that, oh, you are singing these songs, we know these songs. Right. But no, it is not about the tune and the rhythm of the songs. It's about the holy, the heavenly feeling of the words that the songs say. And they are completely blended into the rituals that we keep on performing. So we have ultimately convinced people that songs can be incorporated into such social ceremonies. We have a rich tradition of bhajans. We know that while worshipping, we can sing. That is our tradition. We have only used that in our performance. Another thing, we dress up very beautifully. That is also a different piece of thing. Yes, in wedding ceremonies, we dress up gorgeously. In India, generally, we can find that priests dress up very plainly, very plain dressing. And we do just the opposite. We dress up gorgeously with beautiful saris and beautiful ornaments. We have also faced a great challenge, that is backbiting of envious people. Yes, that has hurt us, yes, of course. But if you do not cross hurdles, you will not achieve. We know that. We believe that from within our heart. So, after all this, the greatest challenge now we are facing is we have to say no to plenty of people who are praying for a service, but we cannot do it because of our busy schedule. So you can imagine the immense popularity that we have achieved through this work of ours. I would end up saying we have earned another social reform. All that we accept as honorarium from our clients, we donate a major part of the money for social cause. And that has become a social reform itself, because in all social ceremonies, there are pomp and grandeur. People tend to invest a lot. And our clients have been influenced by our ideas, and they have come up with brilliant ideas of doing charity with a portion of their money. So we are very happy with it. And we continue to work like this with our heads up, with bravery, with honesty, with truthfulness, with determination, and with hard work. You have to study a lot. You have to be very focused if you want to be successful in life. Thank you, everybody, for giving me a patient hearing.